Women never admit this out loud. But sometimes the hardest thing to let go of is not the man. It's the hope that one day he will finally understand how much he hurt you. And that is where many women stay trapped. Not in love, in explanation. Imagine being bitten by a snake. And instead of healing from the poison, you chase the snake, trying to understand why it bit you, trying to explain your heart, trying to prove you never deserved the pain. And while you're chasing answers, the poison keeps spreading. Most women know this feeling. You replay the conversation. You reread old messages. You check if he watched your story. You wonder if he misses you. And secretly, you still hope he will come back with clarity, not even to return, just to explain. Because closure feels romantic. We imagine healing will arrive wrapped in words. An apology. Accountability. A message that finally makes everything make sense. But life is rarely that generous. Some people leave confusion behind them like perfume. And the painful truth? Not everyone who hurt you is emotionally capable of understanding the damage they caused. That realization hurts. Especially for women who love deeply, women who communicate, women who try to repair instead of destroy. So they keep chasing emotional clarity, not because they are weak, but because they care. But here is the part nobody talks about. Sometimes, the closure you are begging for is the very thing keeping you emotionally attached, because every extra text, every emotional explanation, every silent waiting period keeps your energy connected to the wound, and wounds fed with attention rarely heal. This is where women confuse love with emotional labor. You start believing, if I explain better, if I stay softer, if I give one more chance, if he understands me, then maybe the pain will finally make sense. But healing does not begin when someone understands you. Healing begins when you stop asking wounded people to handle your heart carefully. That changes everything. Because detachment is not cruelty, it is emotional clarity. Detachment is often misunderstood. People think detachment means anger. Coldness. Punishment. It doesn't. Real detachment is quieter than that. It sounds like. I no longer need to convince you. I no longer need to be chosen to feel valuable. I no longer need your agreement to move forward. And suddenly, something inside you softens. Because your energy stops fighting reality. Many women stay emotionally exhausted because they are still arguing with reality. They know what happened, but they resist accepting it. And resistance is expensive. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Peace enters your life when reality no longer needs your permission. He became distant. He disappointed you. He failed you. That happened. And acceptance does not mean approval. It means freedom. And this is where the shift begins. You stop performing pain. You stop trying to remind people of your value. You stop announcing your departure. Not because you stopped feeling, but because your healing became more important than being understood. Silence is not manipulation. Silence becomes powerful when it is peaceful, and something unexpected happens. People notice. Not because you disappeared dramatically, but because your energy changed. The woman who once chased reassurance begins choosing herself, and absence has a strange way of revealing value. Not always to them, but finally, to you. Here is the truth that changes everything. The person you are chasing was never your deepest attachment. The real attachment was the version of yourself that still needed permission to feel worthy. And when that version begins to heal, everything changes. Because one day, you stop waiting. You stop rehearsing conversations that will never happen. You stop needing justice from people who were never emotionally available enough to give it. And strangely, you do not feel empty. You feel lighter. The snake still bit you. The wound still mattered. But you finally stopped chasing what hurt you and started protecting what still lives inside you. That is where peace begins. Tell me honestly, have you ever caught yourself chasing answers instead of protecting your peace?